very difficult for me to change people, places, and things. And so in your situation, these are the people you've been hanging with. But if you want your life to be successful, and if you don't want to end up in prison, then you're going to have to change your people, places, or things. I was about to send you to prison, and not for 2 years. Court is calling 2019 CR 4221 and 2022 CR 3449, State of Texas versus April Petulia Zuniga. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Brian Kimbrell from Ms. Zuniga.
Ms. Zuniga, in each of these cause numbers, I'm showing you what's entitled motion to revoke community supervision. Did you review those documents with your attorney? Did you understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna need you to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same April Zuniga who was placed on community supervision in 2019 CR 4221 for the offense of driving while intoxicated third or more on November 4th, 2019 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you the same April Zuniga who was placed on community supervision in cause number 2022 CR 3449W for the offense of burglary of a habitation on April 11, 2022 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there any objection to the state reading one motion for each cause?
No.
All right. State?
Violated condition number 3, on or about the 9th day of October 2022 until the 15th day of October 2022 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, April Petulia Zuniga, then and there associate with persons of harmful character in that said persons negotiated with the defendant to purchase or delivery of controlled substances in violation of condition number 3.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Okay, violated condition number 3, on or about the 14th day of October 2022 until the 23rd day of October 2022 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, April Petulia Zuniga, did then and there associate with a person engaged in criminal activity, a violation of condition number 3.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Okay, last one, Judge. Violated condition number 41, on or about the 1st day of October 2022 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, April Petulia Zuniga, did then and there fail to comply with the rules and regulations of the felony drug court, entering an establishment whose primary purpose was to sell alcoholic beverages and remained at said location where alcohol was the main item for sale or consumption, a violation of condition number 41.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
All right, state waives all other violations.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No objection.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violations 3, 3, and 41 and cause number 2019 CR 4221, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 6 years in prison? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations 3, 3, and 41 in that cause number?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that true. And in cause number 2022 CR 3449W, did you understand by pleading true to violations 3, 3, and 41, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 4 years in prison? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations 3, 3, and 41?
Yes, ma'am.
And that cause number, the court will find 3, 3, and 41 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. It's for the defendant to go to state ISF and to then go back to the drug court program.
Does drug court want her?
That was a part of the probation recommendations. That's what they listed, that the judge was willing to take her back once she went through either state ISF or safety. And
That was, the Judge Glenn indicated that he would continue her in drug court if she agreed to go to state ISF. And that's in the summary, court summary from Mark Hewitt.
Okay, so Ms. Zuniga, why should I just send you to prison? It appears that you haven't done anything except pick up a new case and hang around people you're not supposed to be around. So why should I just send you to prison?
Because I was doing everything like as of my classes, my UAs.
No, you were in an establishment that's primary purpose was to sell alcohol, and they said you were arranging some kind of drug sale with somebody.
I guess no, they were like, I guess they were using like substance abuse.
I can't understand a word you're saying.
I mean, I wasn't in the middle of any drug use or anything like that. But also I'm also doing like my classes for CPS for my kids. And
No, here's the thing. CPS was going on while this was happening.
Yes.
And you're not doing what you're supposed to do. The violations that were just read to me, one of the violation is on or about the 9th day of October 2022 until the 15th day of October 2022 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, April Petunia Zuniga, did then and there associate with persons of harmful character, and that said persons negotiated with the defendant the purchase or delivery of controlled substances. That's what you just played true to. So I don't understand why I shouldn't just send you to prison. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I know what probation is recommending. I know what felony drug court is recommending, but I don't understand why I shouldn't just send you to prison.
I mean, because I do want change.
No, I mean, you won't change now because you don't want to go to prison. So I don't understand why I shouldn't send her to prison. Does somebody want to tell me why she shouldn't go to prison?
Your Honor, I don't know the facts or the nature of the allegation she pled to. And I can tell you that I called Mark Hewitt, her probation officer, probably 5 times over the last, because I reset the case for a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to contact him to see what the nature of these allegations was. The main thing I noticed is that Judge Glenn, whom I know and I respect, said that, and he knows this much better than I do, that he would be willing to keep her in drug court if she went to state ISF. Now,
I mean, I know him, I respect him too, but I still don't understand why I should do it.
Well, again, I don't know the details of what happened with these individuals that she was associating with. She's not charged with any criminal offense other than me. So she's not accused of being involved in a drug deal. I don't know what that, I mean, I understand how it's worded, but I don't know what the actual facts are in that. I've asked April, and frankly, April's not helping me, and I don't understand what happened. But the main thing I find is that the drug court said they will keep her. From my experience with drug court, they normally don't do that unless they see a reason to keep her, because otherwise they want her out. They don't keep people that they don't think could benefit from drug court and could succeed. Judge Glenn feels that she needs to go to inpatient and ISF is appropriate. I'm only asking the judge to give her that opportunity based on what the recommendation from Judge Glenn is.
See, I don't know why they didn't just keep her then and send her to ISF.
Well, I don't know how that works because, I mean, they accused her of violating her probation. So I'm assuming that, do they have their own MTR deal in drug court?
I mean, they could just not send her in. We're going to go off the record for,
Yes, Judge.
and we're not on the record. Ms. Zuniga, how old are you?
32.
All right, so here's the thing. Could everyone please whisper? You've already entered your pleas are true. And I understand that people are in different seasons of their life. And I understand that sometimes people are treated badly in life. I understand that sometimes people are misused and abused in their life. But I went into the hallway because I wanted to speak with Judge Glenn, and your attorney was present and the state's attorney was present. It's very difficult to speak on the bench with another judge. So that's why we were in the hallway. And we were discussing things with Judge Glenn. And here's the problem. The problem is people are trying to help you. People are trying to work with you. And I know sometimes it's difficult to change people, places, and things. But in order to be successful, you're going to have to change people, places, and things. And I used to always think that was easy to do because I worked as attorney in all the treatment courts before, right? And I was the original attorney. And when people would say, you need to change people, places, or things, I'd be like, hey, that's easy. But then when I started thinking about it, for example, if people told me to change people, places, and things, and they say, okay, Judge Boyd, this is what we want you to do. We want you to hang out with people who sell drugs. We want you to hang out with people who use drugs. that would be very difficult for me because of the circles I'm in. I don't know a lot of people who use drugs or sell drugs. Now I have people who come before me in court who do that, but it's not like these are the people that I am having dinner with or lunch with or say, hey, let's go do painting with a twist. And while we're there, maybe we can sell drugs. So it would be very difficult for me to change people, places, and things. And so in your situation, these are the people you've been hanging with. But if you want your life to be successful, and if you don't want to end up in prison, then you're going to have to change your people, places, or things. I was about to send you to prison, and not for 2 years. I was going to send you to prison for 6 years on one case and 4 on the other. And you need to make a decision on whether or not you want to go to prison. And you have children?
Yes.
You need to start asking yourself each time you're getting ready to do something, you need to ask yourself, is this something that will result in me not seeing my children for 6 years, or not seeing my children for 4 years, or going to prison for 6 years, or going to prison for 4 years? Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
At some point, you need to start putting your children above your wants, your needs, above the people you hang out with. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Judge Glenn said he's willing to accept you back into felony drug court. So we're going to put a hold on her. And the hold is for felony drug court. And so felony drug court is going to take care of what they do with you. And I'm telling you right now, you're looking at either SafeP or ISF with them. If you don't want to do SafeP with them, you need to tell me now, because if you don't want to do SafeP with them, then I can send you to prison. We can move on to the next person. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So if they order you to SafeP, are you going to be doing that?
If that's the only choice I have, but
Yeah, that may be your only choice.
And they won't have state ISF.
What I'm telling you is, my question for you is, if they order you to go to SafeP, are you going to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
That's my only question. We can't write our own programs. If you could write your own program, guess what? You wouldn't be on probation for this because you would have been successful at it. So I'm not making a ruling. We're going to refer her back to felony drug court, and she's to remain in custody for felony drug court. And Mr. Kimbrough, you may want to make sure that you're in touch with felony drug court to make sure that they remember that this is not a first-time referral. This is just sending her back. All right, is there anything else?
No.
You better change your ways. One or two things going to end up happening if you don't change. Either you're going to end up in prison, either you're going to get a bad batch of drugs, in which case you may overdose. But either way, if you don't change your ways, you're not going to have contact with your children. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything else?
I think so.
All right.
How long does the notary take for the felony drug court to?
Oh, they'll probably get to you this week. It's Tuesday. They'll probably get to you this week.
You figure out.
You're welcome.
Okay, so you see what happens. So they're not gonna do anything until you go back to phone. You know.
Court is calling 2022 CR 3708, State of Texas versus Robert Trevino. Can I have parties announce?
Mario Moreno for the defendant, Your Honor.
State.
Jason Garrett for the state, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Trevino? Are you Mr. Trevino?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Trevino, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Trevino, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, y'all need to be quiet in the box because we're on the record. All right, did you understand that you're charged with the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, my understanding is that this case was previously being handled by Nathaniel Navy.
That's correct, Your Honor. And I had a motion for substitution of counsel filed with the court. It should be in the court's file as of this morning.
And the court has signed that motion to substitute. Do you have any objection to this attorney substituting in?
No.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yeah, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do believe so.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Trevino, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, there is to be a $2,500 fine, and the state recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
It is, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 8 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 250 hours community service restitution, no contact with Roger Delgado Garcia, 1200003 Stony, Stoney Park, San Antonio, Texas, 78246, Jorge Rocio, and 3506 Stony Don, San Antonio, Texas, 78247. And I believe this is Antoinette Flores. Did you, that's okay. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, actually, did you understand that those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your
All right, then to the offense as charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Honor. No contest, Your Honor.
State any evidence.
State exhibit number 1 with its attachment, Your Honor, offered for the court.
Any objections?
No objection.
Mr. Trevino, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, and state, are you asking to withdraw states exhibits 1 and attachments?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection from the defense?
No objection.
All right, and then state, are you representing states exhibits 1 and attachments?
Yes, Your Honor, with some minor alterations and correction.
No objections from that.
All right, and Mr. Trevino, are you aware of the changes that have been made to the document?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to show you again what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Honor. No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Trevino, what are your issues? Why did this happen?
Neighbor harassing me, vandalizing my property.
Well, I mean, that's where you call the police. You don't take matters into your own hand, because then things escalate.
Your Honor,
And
I
we end up
understand
here.
I made a mistake.
Well, you made a choice.
I
A
made bad
mistake.
choice.
Let me just tell you what a mistake is. Here's a mistake. If I come to court and I didn't check the weather, and my mom didn't call me and say it's going to be raining, and I come to court and I didn't bring my umbrella. I'm sitting next to somebody and somebody says, "Hey, it's raining outside." I see people coming in with their umbrellas. And as I'm getting ready to leave the court, I decide to take somebody's umbrella. That's a choice. Let me tell you what a mistake is. I come to court. I know it's going to rain outside. My mom has already told me, "Hey, Stephanie, it's going to rain." And I come to court. I have a black umbrella. The person sitting next to me has a black umbrella. I've done my business for the day at court. I get up, I leave, I take my black umbrella. I go outside, I open it up. My initials are not on it. And I realize that I have the wrong umbrella. That's a mistake. What you did was a choice. And how old are you?
65.
You're old enough to start making better choices. You're in the same situation I'm in life, which is I'm in the twilight of my life. You're in the twilight of your life, unless you're planning on living to be 200. So there comes a point in time where we've got to stop making horrible choices. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you employed?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you do?
Lawn maintenance.
Okay. When you say lawn maintenance, what does that mean?
Cut the grass below, weedy
Do you edge?
edge.
Do you take care of plants as well?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So why are my gardenias having a hard time?
Why?
Why are my gardenias and my Rose of Sharon having a hard time? I protected it for the winter.
Feed them.
I do feed them regular.
Fertilization.
I talk to them, feed them, and they're just like, "No, we're done." I guess that's Texas for you. Do you have any children?
No, ma'am. I'm single, never been married.
Well, that may be a good thing.
Yeah.
No offense to the people who are married, but marriage is work. People tell me that's a second job. So are you still in contact with these parties?
No.
Are you still living on this street?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so how's he gonna?
Your Honor, mainly for the no contact order the state's requesting. Obviously, him driving by the house occasionally is fine, but we're asking that at least no contact physically, or even like communicating telephone calls, or actually waving or waving anything at these individuals that still live on that same street.
Well, you can't say hi, you can't speak to them. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Although my mom always says, it doesn't hurt to say hi to somebody, but it will hurt if you say hi to them. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is that going to be a problem for you?
No, ma'am. No.
And don't blow any grass or anything on their lawns, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are there any drug issues?
No, Your Honor.
What do you do in your spare time?
I lift weights and I play drums.
All right. How much weight are you lifting?
Well, I bench 165, I squat 200.
Oh, well, there you go. All right. Good to know. Weightlifting is always good when you're in the twilight of your life and before. All right, I'm going to sentence you to $2,500 fine. That'll be probated, 8 years deferred adjudication, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular UAs, field visits 2 times per month until further notice. Proof of employment within 15 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. 250 hours community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination with booster. Court is not requiring you to get the COVID vaccination, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. There's to be no contact with Roger Delgado Garcia or their address, and no contact with Jorge Recio, RECIO, or his address, and no contact with Antoinette Flores or her address, and anger management. Probation, is there anything else he needs? All right, Miss,
Sorry
yes.
to interrupt you. I failed to mention on there, Roger Delgado Garcia. Can we put and family, because he does have a wife and family members that live at that location.
All right, in family, and also in family for Mr. Recio and Mr. Flores.
Thanks.
All right, Mr. Trevino, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
Your Honor, I just want to say that Roger is still harassing me. And
In what way?
I don't need this, you know.
I said, in what way is he harassing you?
Well, he's like flipping me off, you know. The other day, I stopped using my garage door because it broke on me and I had it repaired, and I would go in and out of my house that way, right? So I would go, instead of using the garage door, I said, I'm going to start going in my side door on my house. So I have a lock on my gate, right? Well, that guy, he put glue on my lock, so I couldn't open it and he's sitting out there laughing at me, you know?
All right, did you see him put glue on your lock?
I didn't see him, but he's the only one I've been having hassles with, you know?
I mean, unless you have a Mrs. Kravitz in the neighborhood who can tell you that happened, or you have somebody to tell you that he put glue on your lock. I mean,
You know,
all I
I
can
know,
do-
I know it's just, you know, I'm just saying, you
let
know.
me ask you
I have
this,
no proof
how
of it.
old are your neighbors?
Huh?
How old are your neighbors?
He's like 62.
All right, come on, people. You know, here's the thing. People just need to be kind to each other. And you know what? If he's slipping you off, guess what? Laugh, ignore it, and keep going. If you see him or you think that he has done something to your gate or to your locks, call the police. Just don't even get involved with him. And usually, what I will tell you, when people have so much anger inside them, and when people are nasty and mean to other people, there are some issues internally with them.
Your Honor, I just want to say one thing about Roger Delgado is that I've lived there for 17 years and this man has never had a real job. He's basically a domestic abuser. His wife works every day. I'm friends with his wife.
Well, here's the thing, you're no longer friends with his wife.
No longer, no.
No, so you're not going to have any contact with her.
I'm gonna have any
And here's
contact.
the other thing. Nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors unless you are in that household. You don't know if he does or does not have a job. You don't know why he does not have a job. You don't know if he's worked all his life and maybe has some sort of injury. Everybody needs to mind their own business. Now, if you see a crime being committed or you think a crime is being committed, then pick up the phone and call the police and help somebody out. If you think there's domestic violence going on in his house and you're aware of it, pick up the phone, call the police. But as far as you having contact with him or the other neighbors in that list, as far as you contacting their family or being friends with them, you're not allowed to. Don't send flowers, don't text, don't talk about them on Facebook. It's as if those are abandoned homes and you don't know anybody who lives there.
Yes, Your Honor.
That will make your life so much easier. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything else I can give you to make you successful on this probation?
No.
All right, I'm gonna show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Trevino, good luck to you. Spend time with the flowers.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Probation will go over conditions with you. All right, Julius Clayton. Court is calling 2022 CR 5312, State of Texas versus Celine Hargett. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Oscar Salinas.
Defense?
Manuel Rodriguez for Mr. Hargis.
And are you Mr. Hargett?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Celine Nadir Hargett who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 5312 for the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle on July 28, 2022 for a period of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 4 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Salim Nakir Hargett did then and there fail to report as directed by the court supervision officer for the months of August 2022, September 2022, and October 2022, and or duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
State waives and abandons remain
Any
allegations.
objections to the state's waivers?
None.
Mr. Hargett, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, sir, there is an agreement. We'd ask the court to enter an adjudication of guilt, revoke his deferred adjudication, and sentence him to 180 days in state jail.
All right, is that the agreement?
Yes, it is.
And Mr. Hargett, are you asking the court to follow that agreement? Are you waiving your right to appeal? All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. How old are you?
23.
All right, why were you not reporting?
Honest truth, the first month, August.
Okay, people, let me tell you something. When people start a sentence with, in all honesty, usually what follows is not honesty. And when they say with all due respect, usually what follows is not respect. So,
The month of August, I was actually still in jail.
okay,
Not here, but in B County. I was moved from San Antonio to B County. So
Okay.
August, I was in jail. The beginning of September, as soon as I got out, my dad passed away. And I was doing paperwork, having meetings and stuff like that for the money and stuff after he passed away, the life insurance policy. Honestly, I just was busy. It's still, there's no real excuse for not showing up.
all right. So I'm gonna give you a choice. Sometimes I can give people choices, sometimes I can't give choices. The state and your council have come to an agreement to give you the minimum sentence for this, which is 180 days in the state jail facility. We can do that. Otherwise, I can continue you. And what I will do is, for your punishments, you are going to have weekly reporting for a period of time. Or I can revoke you. You can do your 180 days. You have a felony conviction on your record. That probably will affect what you're planning on doing with the rest of your life. But this offense may impact it anyway.
Okay, if I were to agree to going back on probation with that, still, when I still could I get death or no?
That was the recommendation of probation, Judge.
I don't know.
If the answer is no, then I will accept.
No, here's the thing. I always tell people, if we could write our own program, guess what? I wouldn't have a job. Your attorney wouldn't have a job. The state wouldn't have a job because everybody would be living in a utopia. But we can't write our own program because some of us can't write a program and stick to it. You know, I'm trying to stick to my diet program. It's a new year. I haven't eaten any sweets this year so far.
When?
Yeah. So It's up to you. If you want the 180 days, then I will follow your agreement to give you 180 days, but we're not bargaining on, will you put me in ISF? Will you not put me in ISF?
The only reason that I mentioned ISF is because I still have several things to do for my dad's funeral. Like the amount of time that I may have to wait to go to ISF is basically not ISF themselves.
Probation, what's wait time for ISF?
Are we talking state or local?
We're just doing cognitive. I'm assuming that's what the request is.
I was told 2 to 3 weeks earlier.
That is correct.
So what is the purpose for, why is probation requesting ISF?
Your Honor, I believe it's the justification is he does not appear to have consideration for the property of others and would benefit from the cognitive restructuring provided by the local ISF.
Oh, you said that he doesn't respect other people's property?
Based on the offense, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Some people didn't get this in preschool and kindergarten and first grade. Don't take what doesn't belong to you. If you go to somebody's house, invite it, and they ask you to leave, leave. Don't accept an invitation through third parties unless you're the person that you're going with is you're married to you, or they give them the permission to bring a +1. Do you understand that? So do you want the 180 days in the state jail facility, or do you want to be continuous? And whether or not I send you to cognitive or not, we'll see what happens.
I'd like to continue.
All right, so I'm going to deny the motion. Alternate man conditions to weekly reporting. For 3 months. And that will be by Zoom or in person. And we're going to continue with the field visits until further notice. And all of the conditions remain. Is there anything else from either side?
Nothing there.
All right, we're off the record. You had better realize that you could be going to the state jail facility. I know people think, it's just a state jail facility. Guess what? It's still a prison.
Yes, no, I completely understand. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right, Mr. Jones, you're scheduled for jury trial. I have it listed on the 24th. So are you accepting the offer or are you requesting a jury trial? Because this, let me just explain it. This is what's going to happen. You're either accepting the offer or either it's going to jury trial. So, I mean, it's completely up to you.
Can I speak?
Sure.
Hey, Your Honor, I didn't wrote you numerous times and let you know the actions of my attorney.
No, we're going to stop right there because this is not the first attorney that you've had appointed to you. So here's the thing. This is what's going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to jury trial on the 24th, or either you're entering a plea today. And if you want another attorney to go to trial with you, then you need to retain one. The court will not appoint another attorney. So which would you prefer to do? Either you can enter a plea today or you're going to trial.
The other attorney, you took the other attorney away.
Here's the thing. I want you to listen to me very carefully, okay? Either you are entering a plea today or either you're going to jury trial. Which would you prefer?
And the jury trial is when?
Oh, the 24th.
And how am I going to get another attorney?
Oh, you have to retain one. The court is not appointing another attorney for you.
State bar advised me to.
No, here's the thing. I want you to listen to me carefully. You have two choices. Either you are entering a plea today, or either you're going to jury trial on the 24th. And when you go to jury trial, you will either go to jury trial with this attorney or one that you will have retained. The court will not appoint you another attorney. So those are your choices.
Well, I don't want him because he don't
All right,
care about.
here's the thing.
You don't care about nothing about anything.
Let me
else.
explain something to you.
Yes, ma'am.
I've had plenty of family members, and I always have to remind them something. Sometimes your relationships with people, these are not friendships. They're business transactions. Like, has anybody ever been to your house for dinner? Have you invited to them your house for dinner? Have they been to your house for dinner? They're not friends. These are all business transactions. And we all have a job to do. People don't have to like each other. People can pretend to like each other. But I do require that everybody treat everyone with respect.
He don't do
So
that.
here's the thing.
He doesn't do that.
Here's the thing. You have two choices. First choice, you enter a plea today. Second choice, you're going to jury trial on the 24th. And I am telling you, I'm giving you till 2:00 to make that decision, because this case has been coming back here long enough. So you can sit in the box and let me know what you choose to do.
I want another attorney because he don't care about it.
Well, I've already told you the answer with regards to that. So you can take a seat in the box and let me know what you wish to do.